Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. One match left in the regular season to determine one playoff spot. Two teams. We'll figure out what's going to happen with these two sides. One on the road, one at home. The one looking on the outside trying to get in needs a win. Needs to better the result of the other team. We'll go through all of the activity and get you squared away for the last week of the regular season here in USL League One. Officially in a no-dilly, no-dally zone. So last Wednesday, Union Omaha put 4 on the board, beating Charlotte Independence by the final of 4-1. Then at Fresno State Soccer Stadium, Greenville went on the road, got a big win over Central Valley by the final of 2-1. Friday night football in Knoxville at 1 Knox at Regal Soccer Stadium. Richmond and 1 Knox had a 2-2 draw, which sets up last Saturday. Big win for North Carolina FC, keeping the beat up top. 1-0 win over Lex SC. News about Lex SC coming up in just a little bit. Saturday also, match of the weekend at CHI Memorial Stadium. The home regular season finale for Chattanooga Red Wolves as they hosted the Greenville Triumph. Here are your highlights, courtesy of our friends at USL League One, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
Chattanooga attacking in waves lately. Peter Bernardi with our opening whistle, and off we go. Can Greenville pass Charlotte for 4th and move into a home playoff slot? John Hark said this week he and his team really enjoy this surface, even though it is artificial. It is a soccer-specific surface, and a good one. Now, here's Malongo, and it falls on the edge of the box, and the right-footed effort finds its way into the side twine, and Chattanooga draw first bite tonight. The Red Wolves are red hot. It was good tenacity by Ropapa Mensah to keep that alive. He fed Malongo. And then Malongo, between 3 lunar kits, able to find the feet of Johnny Felipe, who did the rest. Felipe sliced it a little bit. Not sure he totally got a hold of it, but the accuracy was Here's one of those transition moments for Chattanooga, using their speed with Felipe. Already on the score sheet tonight. The overlap, and out comes Mazzola with a vital save. Ropapa Mensah, the second leading scorer for Chattanooga this year. Johnny Felipe, what a good ball that is. Perfect weight, but out came. Everything tends to heat up on this pitch in this venue. Home side aren't going to make the playoffs this year, but they're hot right now. Winning 2 in a row, leading tonight. Here's Kraft. His cutback. It's 2! Razor-sharp Red Wolves. And he loves it when you call him Ropapa. Ropapa Mensah scores his 11th of the year. Again, the build-up play, excellent. Riley Kraft combining with Mael Malongo. Kraft making the run to the end line. Perfect cutback. And nobody picked up Ropapa Mensah. And if you're not going to pick him up, he knows exactly what to do with that. 8 yards out, he's not going to miss. No chance for Jared Mazzola. And a really uphill task for Greenville now. It looks like Tyler Pollock's going to end up taking this. It is Pollock to ping it in. Out comes Aviles. Didn't get much on it. Shaw after it. Tevin Shaw off the line. Didn't really get a hold of it, Shaw. Back into the mix it goes. Castro in the vicinity. Finally, it's whacked away. This is not at all the kind of game Greenville want to be caught up in. They almost were able to grab one back here, though. Tevin Shaw able to put it on frame. It was off the line. It didn't fall for Castro. And the Red Wolves come again. Mensah, his square ball. There's Tevin Shaw, vitally to intercept. Edge of the box. It's an attempt, and Mazzola able to bat it away. Siobhan Marsh had it fall to him at the edge of the area and almost found the corner. Well, it looked like the chance was gone when Shaw intercepted that ball, but not a good ball. Right into the middle, handed straight to Siobhan Marsh. A nearly ideal one for the home team. There's halftime. Goals in the 10th and 28th minutes from Felipe and Mensah from Chattanooga at the start of the second half. This is a good ball in the path of Gavilanes, and Gavilanes gets to it. It's Gavilanes, kept out. Ball still alive. Labovitz after it. He commits the foul as he chopped down his man. And eventually Greenville able to tackle the ball away in numbers, and they look for the counter. Only Labovitz is up by himself, but he arrives to the ball, and he has Castro arriving as well. It's Labovitz. It's Jacob Labovitz. What a big goal that is. It changes the feel of this game entirely. Greenville were nowhere. Chattanooga were dominant. They were looking to put it away. They're hit with the sucker punch, and it's anyone's now. And in the end, he didn't need anyone else. Labovitz, who missed some great chances on Wednesday but did score the match winner late. What a good finish. Avila's beaten to his far post. Couldn't have had a lot to aim for there, Labovitz, but didn't need much in the end. Facing up with Schultz. Malongo bursting to the end line. Malongo's cross, and it's cleared off the line. What a clearance. Tyler Pollock keeps Greenville within a goal, and only Pollock was in the way. Gorgeous switch. Well taken by Malongo. Excellent run. Stood it up perfectly. And Menza's header was headed for the back of the net. Edge of the box now. Back in it goes. There's Castro. There's 2-2. They've turned it completely around. 2 goals out of the break. They were dead and buried at halftime. They're right there now. A chance to wrap up a playoff spot if they win tonight. They just kept it alive on the edge. Liam McKinnon put it back in. It came to Castro. He wasn't going to miss from 4 yards out. The hands went up, looking for a handball or an offside. Oh, that's close on the replay. Castro played it down off his left arm. Here's McKinnon. Had the overlapping run. Didn't use it. Puts it into the area instead. Back post. Gavilanes gets turned. Gavilanes beaten away by Aviles. Gavilanes again. This is a good ball. Evan Lee able to put it into the mix. Gavilanes got. On the other end, here goes Mael Malongo one more time. Malongo unleashes it, takes a deflection and clipped the bar and over and out. And Greenville survive now. And so close to finding the net for a third consecutive game. Came off that defender and looped agonizingly for Greenville. Greenville just sitting back in their banks now, trying to defend and hang on. This would be a great point for them if they can hold on to it. Felipe in and on goal, and there's Mazzola. It was Alex Tejera who got the flick on. Good ball in from Felipe. Now we'll step back and serve it into the box, it appears. Pilato, low along the ground, the bicycle kick, back post, they've done it! No, the flag is up. Offside, it won't count. For Chattanooga, is there time to take it? There isn't. That's the final whistle, and under the circumstances, it's a terrific result for the Greenville Triumph in their second game in 3 days on opposite sides of the country.
Also on the board Saturday, South Georgia Tormenta blown out by Union Omaha. The Murder Owls 4-0 winners on the road in Statesboro, setting up the stage for the last Saturday of the season. Then at Future Legends, Northern Colorado helped Tormenta out, actually, by beating Forward Madison by the final of 2-0. So that sets up our standings. It sets up the last week of the regular season. 6 matchups coming up in short order. So, Union Omaha, North Carolina, Northern Colorado. Far and away the best squads that are there. They're all in. They'll be the 1, the 2, and the 3. We just don't know where. Right now, Union Omaha, North Carolina have 18 wins. Northern Colorado has 17 wins at 59 points. Union Omaha, goal difference of 19, 18 wins, 62 points. North Carolina, 18 goals difference, 60 points, 18 wins. Northern Colorado, 59 points, 17 wins, and a goal difference of plus 20. So we'll see what happens with those 3. That much we do know. Now, the 4 and the 5 is going to come down between Charlotte and Greenville. Charlotte's at 48 points. Greenville's at 47. They're both in. We just don't know the where. Now, the who's in part. Forward Madison is at 43 points. South Georgia Tormenta had a 3-match win streak snapped with the loss to Union Omaha in Statesboro last weekend. South Georgia Tormenta obviously needs to win and to better the result of Forward Madison. Right now they're tied on goal difference at -1. They would have, if they won, more wins than Forward Madison as well, and at 44 points. So South Georgia Tormenta basically needs to win, and that would start the discussion with Forward Madison. Forward Madison needs a point, if not more, for their match on the road. We'll get into schedule coming up in just a little bit. So the 6 is going to come down to Forward Madison and South Georgia Tormenta. We'll find out what happens on Saturday. Eliminated, one Knox at 38 points. Only had 3 points in their final 5 matches leading into the final week of the regular season. Chattanooga had a good run of form. After the coaching change, they have 31 points, 31 matches, and a record of 8-16-7. They are unbeaten in their last 3. Lex SC, 31 points, stumbled down the stretch. They only had 3 points in their final 5 matches so far. They're at 31 points, 7 wins. Richmond at 29 points. They had a 4-match losing streak snapped, and it was a lot more than that. But Richmond at 29 points in Central Valley at 5-21-5. They've lost 5 in a row. They are in 12th with a record of 20 points so far this year. Now into the news and notes part of the discussion. Atez Diouf was voted League One Player of the Month for September. Led the league with 5 scores in the month. Fans' choice for Save of the Week. Once again, voting through October 13th at 12:30. Paul Lewis against Greenville for Central Valley, stopping Alan Gavilanes. Will Palmquist from Richmond in the game against one Knox. Jared Mazzola for Greenville off of a Chattanooga cross. Lalo Delgado for Hailstorm against Forward Madison from distance. And so it is Lewis, Palmquist, Mazzola, and Delgado. That is your choices. Presented by our friends at Select. You've got until Friday, October 13th at 12:30 across all of the USL League One platforms, social media channels, and the USL app. We mentioned the news that is out of Lexington. Construction of a 5,000-seat stadium ongoing, completion targeted for August of next season. So it could be possible for Lex SC to be finishing their 2024 season in this new facility. And the tours were made by folks involving men's and women's soccer when it came to what Lex SC could be in the city of Lexington. Majority owner Bill Shively was part of a press conference. It is, for those of you familiar with the geography, it is going to be built at the same location as the youth fields near Interstate 75, which are already under construction. Initially a capacity of 5,000, potential expansion to 11,000. 7 training fields. Stadium will represent an investment of up to $82 million, providing a venue where youth and professionals could train on a daily basis. Very, very cool stuff there. Expected to open in time for Lex SC's first game in USL Super League in 2024. President Amanda Vandevort said the stadium was going to serve as an outstanding home for Lex SC. And for those of you that follow President Vandevort on social media, she made the car wash for all of the Lexington television stations and really trumpeted what is going to be completed. Very, very cool moments there in Lexington. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear congratulated the club on the stadium, which builds off of a $34 million tourism development project approved by the state. 7 multi-purpose youth sports fields, looking to generate $50 million in direct spending over 10 years. And so Lexington Mayor Linda Gortner was involved. Andy Beshear was there for the press conference. Sporting Director Michelle Rayner said the stadium is going to add to the momentum that the club has already built so far. Sporting Director Sam Stockley involved in the press conference as well. So big news out of Lexington for the future of Lex SC. Goal of the week, for Team of the Week for week number 30, once again presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Steven Dos Santos was named Player of the Week with the 4 goals across the 6-point week that they had for week 30. Will Palmquist for Richmond Kickers in net, Dion Akoff for Union Omaha, Brandon Fricke, Marco Milanese for Greenville and Union Omaha, respectively. Alan Gavilanes for Greenville, Luis Hill from Union Omaha, paired with Lagos Kunga, first professional start in nearly 4 years. Scored his first goal in over 3, added in assists in the big win in Statesboro. Neil Vinyals for Richmond, also in that midfield. Trevor Ammon for Hailstorm, Steven Dos Santos, and Jacob Lavovitz for Greenville. your front three. Your bench, Lalo Delgado for Northern Colorado, Jamie Smith from Greenville, Jonathan Felipe from Chattanooga, Evan Lee from Greenville, J.P. Sears from Omaha, Garrett McLaughlin from North Carolina, and Leo Castro from Greenville. So that is your team of the week for the penultimate week of the season. Choice for goal of the week for fans. Once again, you can go through multiple platforms to let everybody know what you think, including the official USL app. You've got until Thursday at 12:30 Eastern to vote for either Ilya Illich for Union Omaha against Juan Knox, Neil Vinyals for Richmond against Knoxville, Joe Brito for Union Omaha against Tormenta, or Noah Powder for Hailstorm against Forward Madison. So once again, vote for any one of those through all of the USL platforms and let everybody know what you think until you've got until, once again, 12:30 on Thursday to let everything get squared away. Scott McKenzie's been elevated to Chattanooga's full-time head coach and technical director. The former interim head coach had previously led Park City Red Wolves in USL League 2. So Scott McKenzie elevated to the full-time position there for Sean McDaniel and everyone in Chattanooga. So, standings, we mentioned them. Matchups, we're getting into them. Last week of the regular season, once again, you know who's got to do what. We just have to figure out the where. 6 o'clock at City Stadium, Kickers hosting Fuego. 7 o'clock, pay attention to this one, Charlotte hosting Tormenta. 7 o'clock Eastern, Breeze Stevens, Forward Madison hosting Union Omaha. 7 o'clock at Paladin, Greenville Triumph hosting Lex SC. 7 o'clock at Wake Med, North Carolina and One Knox. Out west, Hailstorm once again needing points. 9 o'clock Eastern at Future Legends hosting Chattanooga Red Wolves. So that is your matchups for the last week of the regular season in USL League One. Don't forget, be a part of the Fan Zone. Go to uslleagueone.com, click on the Fan Zone banner, and be a part of the conversation all season long and all year long when it comes to your favorite team in USL League One. For social media, once again, go to the 280-character app on Facebook and on Instagram to be a part of the conversations and be caught up with all the news every single week in USL League ONE. If you are in any one of the markets that is hosting any one of the 6 matches at the last week of the regular season and can go, please do. Once again, one of the more competitive leagues on this or any other planet. I know it's a bit hyperbolic, but still, last week of the regular season, interesting things to play for and see decided before we get into the postseason. Be a part of it. Walk in the door and experience soccer in USL League One as the league continues to grow forward. If you're in market, can't make it, follow along on local providers. And if you are out of market and still want to follow along with the chaos here last week of the regular season, please do so on the local provider for your favorite club or on ESPN Plus, the home of USL League One, all season long. That's your rundown to the last week of the regular season in USL League One. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Thanks for hanging out with us all season long. We're not done yet. Playoffs coming up just around the corner. But enjoy the last week of the regular season for USL League One.
There can be only one!